Hello students, welcome to Sri classes, and let us start with the lecture number 6 for quadratic equations. I'll take a few numericals from textbook. What we are doing now, it is using quadratic formula we have to solve the numericals. So there are two things which are pending now. Using quadratic formula we'll solve some word numericals, and after that one the numericals based on the nature of roots, basically nature of roots. That means finding out the unknown such as k based on the given condition, which is very important, and their students will face some trouble. Let's see that. Let's take up the word numericals. Take up the example 17 of textbook. Let's go to the example 17 of textbook. Let us solve this problem, which is important. A pole has to be erected at a point on a boundary of a circular park of diameter 13 meters in such a way that the differences of its distances from two diametrically opposite fixed gates A and B on the boundary is 7 meters. Is it possible to do so? If yes, at what distances from the two gates should the pole be erected? Question is, there is a circular park and diameter is 13 meter, A and B are the two gates. We have to fix up a pole in such a way that the difference of this point P from A and from B should be 7 meter. Are you able to understand? So this is what we have to do, and let us draw the diagram. Here question is it possible to do so? First question. Therefore find out the discriminant here. First find the discriminant and check whether the real roots exist. If the real roots exist, then we have to solve this question. Is it very clear? Okay, fine. We will solve this one now. Okay. Yeah. Now we will solve this example number 17. So let me draw the diagram here. There is a circular park, diameter is AB 13 meter. We would like to erect one pole P. It is AP is the distance from gate A and BP is the distance from gate B. Let this distance be X, this distance be Y, such that X is greater than Y. According to question, the difference in the two distances of this pole is 7. Therefore, as I have assumed X is greater than 7, X minus Y equals 7. Is it clear? The difference in the distances of this pole from the gates A and B is 7 meters. It is what it is given, and X is greater than Y we have assumed, and hence X minus Y equals 7. So therefore Y equals X minus 7. Transpose this and this. X minus 7. This is what we get. Now angle in a semicircle, this is a diameter, and angle in a semicircle is 90 degree. Therefore APB is a right angle triangle, and hence let us apply Pythagoras theorem to right angle triangle APB, which is nothing but x square plus y square equals 13 square. X square plus y square equals 13 square. So x square plus, what is y here? X minus 7. The whole square equals 13 square. X square plus 49 minus 14x equals 169. So x square plus x square 2x square plus 49 minus 14x minus 169 equals 0. 2x square minus 14x minus 9 minus 9 0. 6 minus 4 2 1 120 equals 0. Take 2 common. X square minus 7x minus 60 equals 0. So we got the equation as, I'll write this equation once again here. X square minus 7x minus 60 equals 0. Correct? Now the question is, first thing, is this a situation possible or not? It is asked. So let us find out the discriminant of this one. If it is greater than 0, greater than or equal to 0, then the real roots exist. Otherwise it is not possible because imaginary roots exist. So let us see now. A equals 1, B equals minus 7, C equals minus 60. Discriminant D is given by b square minus 4ac minus 7 the whole square minus 4 times 1 into minus 16. 49 minus of minus plus here 240. 9, 8, 2. So D equals 289. So therefore, as D is greater than 0, real and distinct roots exist. Means it is possible to determine x and y. So let us solve this one now. Using the quadratic formula, x equals minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, which equals minus of minus 7 plus or minus under root of 289. D is nothing but 289, the whole divided by 2 times 1, which is 2. 7 plus or minus under root of 289 divided by 2 here. So which equals 7 plus or minus under root of 289. Check it, I think 17. Is it not 17? 17 into 17, 289. So 17 by 2, x equals. Therefore, there are two values for x here. Therefore, x equals 7 plus 17 divided by 2, 24 by 2, which is 12 meter, and x equals 7 minus 17 divided by 2 minus 10 by 2 minus 5 meter. Now, is it possible to accept x equals minus 5 meter? Let me check it. 7 minus 17, 7 minus 17 is 10, 10 minus 10, minus 10, minus 10 by 2 is minus 5. So, minus 5 is discarded. Why it is discarded? Distances cannot be negative. Here, x equals minus 5 is discarded. Because, why it is discarded? Because distances cannot be negative, as distances cannot be negative. Therefore, x equals 12 meter. X is the distance from gate A. So, what is the distance y is equal to? Y equals x minus 7. Y equals x minus 7, 12 minus 7, which is 5 meter. Therefore, x equals 12 meter and y equals 5 meter. This is the answer for this. And definitely it is correct, because see here, 12 square plus 5 square is 13 square, and 5, 12 and 13 are the triplets of a Pythagoras tracker. Yeah, please note it down. Let us start solving some numericals from exercise 4.4. First, second, leave it. Third one, word numericals I am taking, which are important here. Question is, third one, is it possible to design a rectangular mangrove whose length is twice its breadth, area is 800 square meter? If so, find the length and breadth. Question is, first of all, is it possible that we form a quadratic equation based on the given information? 800 square meter is area and length is twice its breadth. So relation is given. So let us try to find out. Yeah, we'll solve the third one now. Is it possible to design a rectangular mangrove? Question is, whose length is twice its breadth? Let the breadth be x. Therefore, L is equal to 2x. Breadth is x, length is twice the x. Area is 800 square meter. Area equals 800 square meter. Question is it possible to do so is the question. So let us see here, area is equal to, area equals 2x into x, which equals 2x square. So 800 equals 2x square. So x square equals 800 divided by 2, which is 400. So x square minus 400 equals 0. This is the equation which I have arrived at. Now what we will do here, a equals 1, b equals 0, c equals minus 400. Listen here, I am comparing this with standard equation, and therefore discriminant D equals B square minus 4AC, which is 0 minus 4 times 1 times minus 400. So which is equal to plus 4 plus it is 4 for the 16,600. Is it right? Therefore, as D is greater than 0, real and distinct roots exist. Real and D is 1600. Real and distinct roots exist. B square minus 4AC. B is 0. A, B is 0. C is correct now. So let us find out now the roots. Therefore, x equals minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, which equals minus of 0 here, b is 0, plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac is 1600. 1600 divided by 2 times a is 1 here, which is 1, which equals plus or minus under root of 1600 divided by 2, which equals plus or minus. What about 1600? I can write 1600 as 16 into 100, the whole divided by 2. 16 comes out as 4 and 100 comes out as 10 divided by 2, which equals plus or minus 40 divided by 2. Therefore, x equals 40 by 2, which is 20. Also x equals minus 40 divided by 2, which is minus 20. But as x is basically the dimensions or the distances cannot be negative. Therefore, x equals minus 20 discarded. Therefore, x equals 20 is considered. Hence, length equals 2 into 20, which is 40 meter, and breadth equals 20 meter. Correct? No? Breadth equals 20. So, how do you validate this one? How do you verify it? Verification: area equals 40 into 20, which is 800 square meter. So it is answer is correct. Please note it down. Next one, let us take the fourth problem. Is it possible? Is the following situation possible? If so, determine their present ages. Same. Sum of ages of two friends is 20 years. 4 years ago, the product of their ages in years was 48. Simple. I'll consider the ages of the two friends be x and y. So x plus y is equal to 20, and 4 years ago their product of their ages was 48. It is possible to find out. Quite simple. Let me solve this one now. Let us start this one now. Fourth one. Is the situation possible? Sum of ages of two friends. Let the ages of two friends be x and y years. According to question, sum of their ages is, the sum of the ages of two friends is 20 years. X plus y equals 20. Y equals 20 minus x. Let me write this one. This is the first equation. 4 years ago, what would be the age of x? X minus 4. Age of y? Y minus 4. So the product of their ages 4 years ago was 48. The product of their ages was 4 years ago. The product was 40. Product equals, product of ages equals 48. So 4 years ago the product means x minus y. X minus 4 into y minus 4, because 4 years ago, if the present ages are x and y, then the 4 years ago the age was, so age of one friend was x minus 4, and another was y minus 4 equals 48. So let us solve this one. Xy minus 4x minus 4y plus 16 equals 48. Okay, substitute y equals 20 minus x in this equation. I am substituting y equals 20 minus x in this equation. From here, substitute here. Y is x times 20 minus x minus 4x minus 4 times y is 20 minus x plus 16 equals 48. This also I will take here. Minus 48 equals 0. I have transposed this. So this is 20x minus x square minus 4x minus 80 plus 4x plus 16 minus 48 equals 0. Correct? Now 20x minus 4x plus 4x cancels. So 20x minus x square and 80, 16, 48. Minus 80 minus 48 minus 128 plus 16. 2, 1, 112 minus 112 minus 112 equals 0. It is correct. Transpose everything that side in order to make x square positive. Therefore, x square minus 20x plus 112 equals 0. Now, is the situation possible is the question. So, let me write once again over here. Or a equals 1, b equals minus 20 and c equals 112. So, d equals b square minus 4ac equals minus 20 the whole square minus 4 times 1 times 112, which is 400 minus 448. Yeah, 400 minus 448. We are arriving at a situation where d is negative. I am getting. Really, I don't know. We'll have to check this answer from the textbook. Okay, fourth question. So, d equals minus 48. Hence, the situation is not possible. Meaning, as d is less than 0, what will you write? Real roots do not exist, and hence real roots do not exist, and hence roots are imaginary. Very typical sum. What we did here, dear students, first we checked the condition whether it is possible to solve or not. We arrived in a situation where the discriminant became less than 0, meaning it is negative here, and hence real roots do not exist, the roots are imaginary. It is not possible to solve this equation. Good, please note it down. The fifth one, is it possible to design a rectangular park of perimeter 80 meter and area 400 square meter? If so, find its length and breadth. So what will you do here? Rectangular park of perimeter 80 meter and area is given to you. Let x be the length, y be the breadth. So 2 times x plus y is equal to 80, x plus y is equal to 40, and x into y is equal to 400. Substitute, get a quadratic equation, check it, and check the condition of discriminant. If it is greater than or equal to 0, you can find the roots, otherwise roots are imaginary. Please solve yourself. I am taking some peculiar R.D. Sharma numericals. You can have a look at this now. Yeah, this is something like this. R.D. Sharma level 2, example 5 here. Using quadratic formula, solve the following quadratic equations. P square x square something or blah blah blah, and it is given here. So, how do you solve these things using quadratic formula? It's the question. So, I'll take about a couple of numericals and then we'll go to finding the unknown. Okay, these are important sums. Let's solve now. Yeah, let us populate the values of ABC and substitute in the quadratic formula to get the value of roots here. See, one of the roots can be considered alpha and another can be considered beta. Alpha and beta are the roots also I can consider. or x values only. Okay, that's fine. Let's see here. So based on comparison with ax square plus bx plus c equals 0, a equals p square, b equals p square minus q square, and c equals minus q square. Isn't it? These are the values here. Let me check this. We have to confirm, otherwise the whole exercise will be wrong. So a equals p square minus q square minus q square. It is correct. So apply the quadratic formula. X equals minus p plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Some students will solve this under root of b square minus 4ac as separately and pick up over here. That is also okay. But let me substitute values directly and try to solve this here. Which equals minus b minus of p square minus q square plus or minus under root of p square minus q square the whole square minus 4 times p square a into c minus q square. Okay. Now we divided by 2 times p square minus p square under root of p square the whole square plus q square the whole square minus 2 times p square q square minus of minus plus 4p square q square, the whole divided by 2p square minus p square minus q square here plus or minus under root of p square q square here. See here, it is 2p square minus, this will be plus 2p square q square. Is it right? So interestingly, see here, this part what is becoming here is, okay, I will write it. Plus 2p square q square, okay, divided by 2p square minus p square minus q square plus or minus under root of, this is a square plus b square plus 2ab, isn't it? Therefore this will be p square plus q square the whole bracket square divided by 2p square. So we solve here now. Okay, we'll solve this one. Minus p square minus q square plus or minus, this comes out as p square plus q square, p square plus q square the whole divided by 2p square. Is it right? It is square. The whole bracket square comes out as ones. Therefore this equals, open the bracket, okay, one value I will take now, therefore let alpha be the value of one root. So alpha equals minus p square plus q square plus p square plus q square the whole divided by 2p square. Here I am taking plus here, plus once. This is minus p square, open this bracket, minus p square minus of minus plus q square plus p square plus q square. Okay, this is alpha here, which is nothing but one of the values of x here, and therefore this equals, this will cancel, 2q square by 2p square, which is nothing but q square by p square. So one of the roots is equal to q square by p square. Okay. What about another root now? So beta equals, I will take minus this side, minus p square plus q square minus p square minus q square the whole divided by 2p square. So this q square cancels. So beta equals minus 2p square divided by 2p square, which is minus 1. Therefore the two values of the roots are, alpha equals q square by p square and beta equals minus 1. This also can be written as, therefore x is equal to q square by p square comma minus 1. That is the answer. We'll solve some numericals from R.D. Sharma. I have taken 9x square minus 9 times a plus b times x plus 2a square plus 5ab plus b square. You know how to solve this one is R.D. Sharma, he has given this problem is to be solved by means of quadratic formula. So let me try to use the quadratic formula and solve this one. Let us see how to solve this one. So by comparing with ax square plus bx plus c, a equals 9, b equals minus 9 times a plus b, c equals 2a square plus 5ab plus 2b square. So first I will work out the discriminant, which is critical component here, because constant term is quite long. So let me find out the discriminant. D equals b square minus 4ac minus 9 times a plus b, the whole bracket square, minus 4 times ac 2a square plus 5ab plus 2b square, which equals 81 a square plus b square plus 2ab minus 36 times, I will multiply all these things, minus here 36 into 2, 72 a square, minus of minus minus, so this will be 36 into 5, 180 AB, and the last one is again minus 72 b square. Is it correct? Which equals 81 a square plus 81 b square plus 162 ab minus 72 a square minus 180 ab minus 72 b square. Correct? Which equals 81 a square 72, 9 a square, 81 b square 72 b square plus 9 b square, 162 ab minus 180, 62 8, 10, 18 minus 18 ab equals 0, not equal to 0, 19 ab. Take common here. What is common? 9 common. A square plus b square minus 2ab, 9 times a minus b, the whole square. So we have got d is equal to this one. So let us find out now. Therefore, now by using quadratic formula, x equals minus b under root of t, it is basically under root of t divided by 2a. So x equals minus of minus, see here how I am solving, minus of minus 9 times a plus b plus or minus under root of 9 a minus b the whole square, the whole divided by 2 times a is 18. So I will solve this side. So x equals minus of minus plus 9 times a plus b plus or minus under root of 9 a minus b the whole square comes out as 3 times a minus b, the whole divided by 18 here, 18. So there are two values for x here. So first value with plus I will take, second value with minus I will take. So let me consider the roots of this equation as alpha and beta, and therefore one value of x is nothing but alpha 9 times a plus b plus 3 times a minus b divided by 18, which equals here you can take constant, or you can 9a plus 9b plus 3a minus 3b divided by 18, 9a plus 3a 12a plus 9b minus 3b 6b divided by 18. So if I take a common here, 6 2a plus b the whole divided by 18. 6 ones are 6 threes are. Therefore one value of x is alpha equals 2a plus b divided by 3, and other value let me work out here, beta, that is because alpha and beta are the zeros here, so beta equals, I take minus now, 9 times a plus b minus 3 times a minus b all divided by 18, 9a plus 9b minus 3a plus 3b plus no minus 3b minus 3a, correct. Here it is plus 3a minus 3b, now it is 3a plus 3 divided by 18, 9a plus minus 3a 6a plus 12b 18, a plus 2b by 18, so a plus 2b by 3 here. Therefore alpha equals 2a plus b by 3 and beta equals a plus 2b by 3. So these are the two answers basically. So this is by using quadratic formula. The same question I have solved using what is that method? Factorization method. I have solved by factorization method also. So please note it down. We will solve different numericals. Find the value of k for which equation has equal roots. So based on the conditions, we have to solve the equation and find out the value of the unknown here. Question is, this equation has equal and equal roots. It is given equal roots means you can assume here real and equal. Equal means real and equal. Please remember that. So what is the condition for real and equal roots? D should be 0. So let us subject d equals 0 and solve the value for k. So comparing with standard equation, I get a equals k minus 12 say equals to. So given that the equation has equal roots implies is it right? B square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Substitute the value now. Equals 0. This is 4 times k minus 12 the whole square minus 4 to the 8, so implies 4k square (576) minus 96k minus 8k plus 96 equals 0. Implies 4k square plus 576 96 6 6 plus 6 12 7 plus 1 8 17 1 5 plus 1 6 672 minus 96 8 104 k equals 0. So we are getting here 4k square plus 576 plus 96 96 minus 8k here, correct. 96 minus 8k, which is 96 minus 8k is 104k. Okay, let's take common here. Possible to take common? Yeah, possible. 4 I take common, k square minus k equals 0, I am getting k square minus 26k plus 168 equals 0. So let us solve this equation to find out the value of k here. Either you can use once again the quadratic formula, or you can use splitting the middle term. But let me use the quadratic formula here. So what are the values of a here? 1, p equals minus 26, c equals 168. So k equals plus or minus minus b under root of b square minus 4ac, okay, the whole divided by 2a, which equals 26 plus or minus under root 26 square. How much it is? 676 minus 168 into 4, 672, the whole divided by 2. So what is the answer we get now? Which equals 26 plus or minus under root of 4, 676 minus 672 divided by 2, which is 26 plus or minus 2 divided by 2, and therefore one value of k equals 26 plus 2 by 2, which is 28 by 2, which equals 14, and k equals 26 minus 2 by 2, which equals 24 by 2, which is 12. Therefore there are two values here, k equals 14 comma 12. There should be two values. So based on the given condition we worked out. I used 2 times quadratic formula here, and because we got the expression for k also, equation for k also in terms of quadratic equation, and therefore we had to use 2 times this one. You can use splitting the middle term also here, there is no problem, because ultimately our objective is to find out the value of k based on the given condition, and already we have applied the given condition for this, d equals 0. We will go to the next sum. Here we have a typical sum. See, here also we have to find the value of k, but it is very typical here. Given if minus 4 is a root of x square plus 3x minus 4 equals 0, and the quadratic equation, this equation has equal roots, find the value of k. Here, you know, the quadratic equation, this equation has equal roots he gives. The condition for this is given to you, that it has got equal roots. But there is a problem here, p is involved and k is also involved. So how do you find out the value of p here? In order to find this, he has given one more equation saying that minus 4 is a root of this equation. If minus 4 is the root of this equation, minus 4 satisfies this equation. So let us find out the value of p first, substitute into the second equation to get the quadratic equation in terms of only k, then solve for k. Is it right? We will do that one. So what we will do now, given minus 4 is a root of x square plus px minus 4 equals 0. Therefore, minus is a root and hence it satisfies. And hence, minus 4 satisfies the equation. Satisfy the equation, meaning if I substitute, it will become equal to 0. That's the thing. Therefore, x square, the value of x should be minus 4, the whole square plus t minus 4. Okay. We got p equals 3. Substitute p equals 3 in this equation. Now, we get, what is that? You get substituting p equals 3 in the other equation, x square plus px plus k equals 0 implies x square plus 3x plus k equals 0. Now we got this equation, and also the condition is it has real roots. Given above equation has real roots, has equal roots, meaning real and equal roots. Equal roots. Therefore, d equals 0, because condition is d equals 0. For equal roots, d equals 0 implies. What are ABC values here? I will populate here itself. A equals 1, B equals 3, and C equals K. Actually, we should have taken those values there itself. So A is 1, B is 3, C is equal to K. Substitute here. B square minus 4 times 1 into K equals 0 implies 9 minus 4K equals 0 implies 4K equals 9 implies K equals 9 by 4 is the answer. Please note it down. I hope you have understood. Let us take one more example. Put serial numbers. Go on putting the serial numbers. I have lost that serial number. You go on putting sequentially the serial numbers. Find K for which the equation this has distinct real roots. What is the condition for distinct real roots? D should be greater than 0. For equal roots, D should be 0. For imaginary roots or no real roots, D should be less than 0. These are the conditions which you should remember. So here we will write. So equation is x square minus 4x plus k equals 0. Therefore, a equals 1, b equals minus 4, c equals k. Given it has equation has distinct, or I can write like this also. For distinct real roots, d should be greater than 0 implies. Substitute the values. Implies 16 minus 4k greater than 0. Now, these are inequalities which are involved. See, inequalities also can be solved in a similar way as that of equality signs. That means we can transpose on either side in a similar way, but there are a set of rules. The set of rules and all, if you are interested, whoever is interested, please ask me separately. I will give you the set of rules for solving inequalities. But whatever I teach over here is enough for you to solve the inequalities. Okay, fine. So what I said here, transposing about this inequality is similar to the transposing of the terms about the equality. Okay, so implies this minus 4k, I will transpose that side to make it positive here. 16 should be greater than 4k, isn't it? Implies 16 divided by 4, that means 4, the value of k. What is the meaning of this one? 4 should be less than the value of k. That is the answer. Therefore k should be less than 4. This is the answer, for which this equation has real and distinct roots. Okay. Here we have a typical sums here from R.D. Sharma. Dear students, I have been taking so many numericals from R.D. Sharma. Please open that book and look at that one and get back to me if any difficulty. See, all these numericals which I am covering from the R.D. Sharma, almost similar types are there in exemplar books also. So I did not pick up exemplar numericals. Whatever that I have solved so far, if you are able to understand and solve, I am pretty sure you will be able to solve each and every question from the exemplar book. Because you go through that, you will realize that you know everything whatever I have done so far. Okay, fine. Let me solve here. It's very interesting. Find the k for which the following equations have real roots. What a stupid thing here. Neither he has told us whether real and distinct, nor he has told us real and equal roots. Simply he says real roots. Are you able to understand? In this case, please remember, if the real roots exist for d is greater than 0, also d equals 0. Real and equal, real and distinct, isn't it? So when he says only real roots, I am clubbing together 0. This is the condition which I am using. D should be greater than or equal to 0. I hope you are understanding. Here, if he says it has real and distinct roots, D should be greater than 0. If the question is real and equal roots, D should be equal to 0. But simply it says it has real roots. That means D should be greater than or equal to 0. I hope you understand this. So I am using this condition to solve this question. So comparing A equals K standard equation, B equals minus 6, C equals minus 2. Okay. So for real roots, I hope you are able to see this. I think letter size is okay. For real roots, let me change the pen. Wait. For real roots, what is given? D should be greater than or equal to 0. Implies b square minus 4ac should be greater than or equal to 0. Minus 6 the whole square minus 4 times k times minus 2 should be greater than or equal to 0. 36 plus 8k should be greater than or equal to 0. Here transpose, keep the k value positive and transpose 36 this side. So 8k should be greater than or equal to minus 36. K is greater than or equal to 36 by 8, isn't it? So which is equal to k should be greater than or minus, simplify it, how much it is? Nine by 2 should be your answer, isn't it? Check it. K equals minus 9 by 2. K should be greater than or equal to minus 9 by 2. Very typical. Please note it down. Dear students, mark this sum a very typical sum. It appears to be as usual. Find k for which this equation has real roots. Only real roots. Again, d should be greater than or equal to 0. But we are going to end up with a very typical situation with this numerical, and let's see whether you can understand. Anyway, I will give you a hint there. I will explain. But you should remember, only few students would be able to retain this till the end. But I request all the students to remember this point. Important. Let's see. Comparing the standard equation, I get A equals 9. So given for real roots, d should be greater than or equal to 0, implies this is 9k square minus 16. 0. What is common? 9. Time goes this side. 0 by 9 is 0. Here the real trouble starts. Let's see here. Right here. K square minus 16 should be greater than or equal to 0. One interesting fact. First I'll solve here, which generally you and me will solve, but it is wrong. Are you able to understand? I'll solve this generally whatever I used to solve earlier, I can do the transposing, and let us see whether it is correct or not. Interestingly, this is nothing but k square minus 4 square 0. What I am solving here is a wrong method. It is a wrong method, but this is how generally everyone will solve, and therefore the wrong method first I will teach and the right method will switch over to. Okay, fine. So a square minus b square, k plus what? 4 into k minus 4. So k plus 4 and transpose minus 4, 1, and finally k minus 4 should be greater than 0, k should be 4. So this is how by transposing we get. You understand? See, this also here for your understanding, k square, if I take this side, should be greater than 4 square, which is nothing but k square should be greater than 60. Correct or not? Or can I write like this? From here, k square should be greater than 16. Correct or not? It is correct now. If I transpose that side, it should be greater than 16. That is what it is. Now let me take a real number, 0 here. K should be greater than or equal to minus 4, and here plus 4. Let us take this situation. K is greater than 4. If k value is greater than 4 means, equal to 4 means, shaded circle and this side, it is greater. All this is nothing but k value is greater than or equal to 4. Means from here to here. Take 5 here. 5. Put in this 5. Square equals 5 square is 25. If I put 5 square is greater than 16, yes, true. 4 you take for that matter because it is greater than or equal to 4. So 4 the whole square should be greater than 16. 16 greater than or equal to 16. Greater than or equal to is also there, so this is also okay, this is also okay, this is also okay. 6 you take. 6 square is greater than 16. Okay, this is also okay. This side with this condition, okay. I erase this now. What is the meaning of this once again? K square is greater than or equal to 60. Correct? By transposing. Take this situation. K should be greater than minus 4, equal to minus 4. It is minus 4. Greater than or equal to minus 4 is shaded circle, hollow circle is excluded, shaded circle is included. So this way it will go. Minus infinity. This way it is plus infinity. So greater than minus 4 means this side, or you tell me this side. You tell me where it is. Greater than minus 4 means this side or this side. Greater than minus 4 means from here this side. K should be greater than or equal to minus 4. Is it right? This side. Correct or not? Minus 3 is greater than minus 4. All right hand side numbers are greater than this number. Is it clear for you? So if I take here minus 3 here, I take minus 3 here. So substitute minus 3 in this case. Minus 3 square, is it greater than 16? Let's see. 9, is it greater than 16? No. आ रहा है समझ में कुछ? Minus 2 I'll take, or minus 1 here. So let me put minus 1 instead of k here. Minus 1 the whole square, is it greater than or equal to 16? Minus 1 square is 1. Is it greater than or equal to 16? No. But what is this is saying? If I work out this way, it says k should be greater than or equal to minus 4. So greater than or equal, you take minus 4 itself once again. Minus 4 square, is it greater than or equal to 16? Minus 4 is 16. Okay. This is okay, fine. But above numbers 16 is for all this greater than or equal to minus 4 means any value of k, you should be able to take it. That is, and that it should get satisfied over here. And therefore dear students, this region is not applicable. So greater than or equal to minus 4 does not satisfy this equation. And therefore, what are the values here? One condition is okay. K is greater than or equal to plus 4 required. But here, please remember, this is wrong, and what is correct here is K what is that I have written? K should be less than or equal to minus 4. Try this. Whether it is true or not, try this here. Let me take K equals 4 first. Minus 4. Satisfies. Minus 4 is 16. Actually, for satisfied. Less than minus 4 is from this to this side. So I write here in this number line, from here to this side, it is K is less than minus 4, which is accepted, because all the numbers towards the left side are smaller than this number. So take minus 5. Take minus 6. Minus 8. All this from 4 onwards, minus 4 onwards, the value of K which is less than minus 4 onwards, it is satisfying the given equation. मैं तो थक गया. You are not understood, I believe. If you are not understood, watch this 2-3 times, then you will understand. So I will give hint now. How to arrive this one? R.D. Sharma gives one equation here. Actually, this is a previous year question. Don't think that such questions will not come. It is a previous year, 2013 or something. This is the question which you will get in the exam. So here I erase everything here. I will start from this step. And what is the correct way? With small formula I will indicate. Whatever that I have shown over here. Just a moment before I do that. So K square minus 16 should be greater than or 0 implies K square should be greater than or equal to 16 by transposing. So what are the values of K here? K should be greater than or equal to 4, satisfies this equation. K should be less than or equal to minus 4, this one satisfies the equation. आ रहा है समझ में आपको? So this is how the solution is. Just a moment, give me another 5 minutes, I have to explain something. Because this numerical, if it comes, believe me, about 7 to 8% students are the only students who go much deeper into this, are the ones who will solve this. Rest of all, they will sleep. Now you will listen, understand, and you will sleep. If the same question comes in the exam, let's see. Now, here I have, give me another 5 minutes, I will explain something. So I have to solve for K here, given K square minus 16 should be greater than or equal to this one. One more method, K square should be greater than or equal to transpose. Therefore, K should be greater than or equal to plus or minus 16. Is it not the way we work? Because generally equality, how do you solve it? You transpose it. Inequalities, how do you solve? Similar to the equality. So you transpose and here, and therefore K is greater than or equal to plus 4 and K is greater than or equal to minus 4. Again wrong. Why it is wrong? Listen. 4 here plus 4 here minus 4. K is greater than or equal to plus 4 from here to here including 4. Absolutely okay. Plus 4, perfect. But what is K is greater than or equal to minus 4? Minus 4. Take 5 here. Minus 5. Minus 3. Minus 3 is greater than minus 4. Do you understand? Minus 3 is greater than 4 because you have said K should be greater than or equal to minus 4. all the right side numbers of this -4 are greater than -4. आपको समझ में आ रहा है greater number. So once again, if I take -3 over here, it is nothing but the previous situation itself. Whether I make it k plus 4 equals k plus 4 k minus 4 that way if I solve, or if I solve by this method, both are same now. So here also this is wrong basically. This is wrong basically. Is it right? So what is the correct method? I'll keep this as it is for comparison purpose. Now I will solve the correct method. Listen very carefully. Correct method. Okay. K square minus 16 should be greater than 0. K square minus 4 square should be greater than or equal to 0. If we have x square minus a square is greater than or equal to 0, please listen. X should be greater than or equal to plus a, and x should be smaller than or equal to minus a. This is the answer. ये अर्थ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? समझ में आ रहा है कुछ? So this condition, according to this condition, what should be the value of k? K should be greater than or equal to plus 4. K should be less than or equal to minus 4. So let me represent this situation on the number line. On the number line. 0 plus 4 and here it is minus 4. Which value satisfies this equation? K square minus 16 should be greater than or equal to 0, which is nothing but k square should be greater than 16. Which condition will satisfy? Look at this. K should be greater than or equal to plus 4 means from here to here. This is k is greater than plus 4. And second condition, k is less than or equal to minus 4. From here up this side, k should be less than or equal to minus 4. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? This is the answer for this. So whenever you get k square minus some number equals or greater than equal to 0, then this is how we need to solve. So finally I will solve once again this value. I will erase everything now. I hope you are understanding what it is. Okay. Now, what is that? The question is find the value of k for which real roots. So therefore, once again, k square minus 16 should be greater than or equal to 0 implies k square should be greater than or equal to 0 plus 16. Isn't it? Therefore, k should be greater than or equal to greater than or equal to 4. And k should be less than or equal to minus 4. So this is the answer for this. Okay. So here I write here remarks. If x square minus a square, this also I can write like this also. See here, alternatively I write this one also alter for your information. K square minus 16 should be greater than or equal to 0 implies k plus 4. Or I can write k square minus 4 square should be greater than or equal to 0 implies k should be greater than or equal to plus 4 and k should be less than or equal to minus 4. Important. समझ में आ रहा है आपको how I am writing? Now here remarks, if x square minus a square is greater than or equal to 0 implies x should be greater than or equal to plus a and x should be less than or equal to minus a. Please remember this. Few examples I'll take. Let me change the pen. Few examples I'll take here. If you have questions something like this, say for example, let me give some examples here. See here. X square minus 9 should be greater than or equal to 0 implies x square minus 3 square should be greater than or equal to 0 implies x should be greater than or equal to plus 3 and x should be smaller than or equal to minus 3 should be the answer. Correct? Here itself, can I discuss one more aspect here? Anyway, that inequality you will not get, the reverse of inequality which you will not get, leave it. I think this is how you can note this. So please note it down, this sum is very important, and this is also, this is one of the stupid numericals only, where the condition is real roots, and if you get something like this, you know, this is the formula which is applicable. Please remember that. Okay, fine. Here I take one numerical from exemplar book. This question number is 8. A long answer type 8-1. At t minutes past 2 p.m. The time needed by the minute hand of a clock to show 3 p.m. was found to be 3 minutes less than t square minus 4 minutes. T square by 4 minutes. Find t. This is the question given to you. So how do you solve this one now? See, question is at t minutes past 2 p.m. Let me draw the diagram here. A clock, okay, t minutes, I am talking about minute hand, okay. Suppose at 2 p.m. this is the minute hand, t minutes past 2 p.m. So a minute hand come over here. Suppose after 2 o'clock the minute hand has shifted from 12 to here. You got it? So this is t minutes past 2 p.m. What I am drawing here is a minute hand. Please remember, where is the small hand? Small hand is somewhere 2 o'clock, somewhere here. Don't bother about that hand. Minute hand generally at 2 p.m. it will be at 12, and at 3 p.m. once again it will be at 12. Isn't it? So between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. how many minutes are there? 60 minutes are there. Now he says this is when the minute hand is t minutes past 2 p.m. Then for the minute hand to move to 3 o'clock, that means from here to here, if it has to move, then that is equal to 3 minutes less than t square by 4 minutes. From here to here, this one, t square by 4 minus 3 minutes. Do you understand? At t minutes past 2 p.m., this is t minutes past 2 p.m. The time needed by the minute hand, time needed by this minute hand of a clock to show 3 p.m., that is, it has to come back to here to show 3 p.m. From here to here, it is found to be 3 minutes less than t square by 4. So from here to here, it is t square by 4 minus 3 minutes. So how do you find now? T plus t square by 4 minus 3 is equal to 1 round of a minute hand is 60 minutes. Therefore, the equation here is according to question, the equation here is t plus t square by 4 minus 3 should be equal to 60. So t plus t square by 4 minus 3 equals 60. Then 4t plus t square minus 12 divided by 4 equals 60. 4t plus t square minus 12 equals 240. So 4t plus t square minus, bring this side, 252 equals 0. Okay, so you can find this equation, t square plus 4t minus 252 equals 0. This is the equation. Solve this, you will get the value of t. This is the example problem. Equation, let me check here. T square plus 4t minus 252 equals 0. So finally, if you get t as negative, please discard it and you will get the positive values. So this is one example problem. Rest of the example problems you will be able to solve it. Okay, see. Now, dear students, quadratic equations chapter number 4 is complete in all respects. I have taken many numericals from R.D. Sharma. The one who is able to solve all the numericals of R.D. Sharma should be able to solve any kind of numerical from this chapter, whether it is exemplar or any other question papers also. So my request is practice more and more numericals from R.D. Sharma book for this chapter. Of course, you must know all the example numericals and textbook numericals, example numericals and the exercise numericals of the textbook also. Okay, let us end this session here. Let us end this chapter over here. In next lecture, I'll take up a new chapter. Okay, thank you very much for watching.